Master Kilnaka!
Yes, Wookiee Jedi! He's dead. That's dead.
That's depressing. I thought we were about to see a Wookiee Jedi fight. Yeah.
No.
They got him.
No.
Dang.
Dude.
Bro, the only person we know that left was Camry, whatever his name was.
He's here.
Bro.
That's chilling. My hands are mom spaghetti. Oh my goodness.
Master Kilnaka!
That was a cool transition.
Dude.
The whole place got dark, dude.
In the name of the Galactic Republic and the
so
Order
that's
of the
10%.
Jedi, anyone inside that domicile should come out with your hands where we can see them.
That means you may, Anastasia.
She was being sus earlier.
Yeah.
I'd walk out.
She was
I'd be
acting-
scared he's inside.
She was acting sus.
Dude,
Well, safer in the Jedi hands than... I mean, I guess that's kind of true.
we don't know yet. The Jedi might get cooked. Oh, well, there is Plo Koon, perhaps.
Soul senses.
X-23.
Yeah, Soul. That's a good catch.
Yo. Bro, he's freaking levitating.
Yo,
Bro,
that just sent chills down my spine.
Dude.
What is that?
It's a Sith, dummy.
Bro looks like Lil Yachty with them teeth.
Dude.
Identify yourself.
Stand down.
Dude, that mask is sick.
How does he see them?
Not gonna do it.
Watch out! Run!
Yo. Oh, he's strong.
Oh,
Wow, that's lame.
Boom, you looking for this?
Welcome back to BoomShot. I'm Kale. This is Colby, and we've just finished watching. Not Micah.
And
We haven't
we've
watched-
been watching
we haven't
Micah.
been watching Micah. Sorry. That's how you know you've done this 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Can we address the elephant in the room?
Beard's gone. It didn't last.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, it didn't even last. It lasted 1 week. I'm feeling kind of the scruff look, you know, like the stubble. Yeah. Anyway, so we just watched Acolyte episode 4. Yeah, we got a lot to cover this episode. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Starting now. All right. You know the question that we always start out with is, what do you think? What were your thoughts?
Dude, this episode, for all I care, could have been 10 minutes long, and I would have loved it because the
It's
last
just
10
the last 10
minutes were that good. Yeah. Not to say we didn't need the first 20, but the last 10 minutes were actually that good. I think. I mean, I loved it.
I agree. Yeah, the first 20 or so minutes were kind of slow, but you know the build up was there. We knew what was going to happen at the end, and it was still epic nonetheless. So
Yeah, I mean, I said this when we were watching it, but I feel like the world building is pretty good. Like there's definitely intrigue there. So I'm glad I'm glad this wasn't at the beginning of the episode. I actually am kind of glad that it left on a cliffhanger because it makes me intrigued to come back next week because I want to see what happens. So
Yeah.
And I'm actually intrigued in the era too. Like I can't really say that as much for like the sequels, like thinking about like the Resistance, because it felt so much like a carbon copy of what happened in the original trilogy.
yeah, and you're an OT hater too.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of dude, there's no way on God's green that the ragtag group of rebels is taking down the Empire. I'm sorry, it just doesn't make any
It's
sense.
not a war. That's what Caleb.
It's
says.
not a war. It's star conflict, star guerrilla warfare. I don't know. Like when you really think about it, it doesn't make a lot of sense. But so like that's why I like the Clone Wars so much. I like clones and droids, but also like it was actually a war between two gigantic factions. It just made a lot of sense.
But hold on. All right, but you also got to think about the Sith are the rule of two. Like there's only 2 Sith right now.
But they're that powerful, dude.
But
Yeah.
no doubt. But
That's a good point, though.
I agree. This
Darth Travis Scott cooked, bro.
yeah. How does he stay out of that mask? No, but this
I'm
era.
talking about the teeth.
I know, but like
He's got like a grill on. Like
I know.
is
It
that
does
what
kind
it
of
was?
look like that one album cover that Travis Scott has.
Yeah, Astroworld, right?
I don't know.
The one with the gold head.
Oh no.
It kind of does though, actually.
I don't know.
It kind of looks like Astroworld if the Joker's smile was on it. That's kind of what it feels like.
We're reaching.
I don't know. Maybe
I
not.
kind of see it. The High Republic era. I mean, yeah, it's a definitely an interesting era of Star Wars that they needed to explore. So.
It's different because
Yeah.
it feels like the Sith have obviously the lower hand, and there's like.
But also the upper hand, because I think this episode revealed how dumb the Jedi actually were, aside from Soul.
Yeah, that was cool to see.
But that's
like,
how
he
it
was
always
ahead
is.
of it.
Yeah.
What would it be like to have a Jedi Order who's not helplessly stupid?
I mean, like, and Vernestra was saying that a Jedi trained her and that it was easy to tell from the hologram. Like, and then they all refused to believe that it was a Sith.
Yeah, but then like right after that, she was like, I think her master's up to something more. So maybe she thought her master was a Jedi, but I don't know.
It's
I
like
thought that was
it's
kinda
just the same kind of stupid crap that they were doing right before they fell. Like you can tell these problems were systemic. They didn't happen overnight.
No.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like this era. I think Saul's really interesting. I would love to see a Saul show, just a show about Saul.
He's
like,
awesome.
Yeah, he's such an interesting character. Like I'm actually feeling myself like drawn to know more about him.
Yeah.
Where I haven't really felt that in Star Wars in a while. Because characters have been kind of like cold, I guess, if that makes any sense. Like they're just kind of like one dimensional, like who they are, and there's not really any growth path. For him, it feels like there's a lot of history that you can unpack because he didn't get to where he was now, being like the wise Jedi he is, without all of that stuff that happened in the past. So I would like to see that.
Yeah. But I mean, the big question here is who is the Sith? I mean, we feel like we know who it is.
Have we seen Chimera and this dude in the same room before?
We haven't, man. We were
It's
talking
like
about that
Perry
as
the
soon as the episode
platypus
started.
and Perry the agent platypus. Man, have you ever seen them in the same room at the same time?
It's
No.
true. Yeah, it's like Doofenshmirtz never knew, man.
Yeah,
Until he put the hat on.
exactly.
It's true. Yeah.
So until he takes the mask off, are we really gonna know? I mean, do you think we'll find out next episode?
I mean, I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised if next episode, because we still don't know what happened, like from episode 3.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're gonna get another flashback episode at some point.
I was going to say that. I was going to say I wouldn't be shocked if episode 5 has nothing to do with what we just watched. And I hope that's not true, but...
I feel like maybe it could tie in because Chimera, at this point, I think Chimera is the Sith. There's just so many things that lead to that being true, but maybe, I mean, who knows? He could be a red herring, and then the next episode could open up with him being dead too.
Yeah.
Like the Sith just had enough of Chimera and just killed him on the way to kill Naka.
Yeah. I don't know. He just seems so not there.
Yeah, that's kind of what threw me off, but I mean that would be a genius play. Like no one was to suspect him.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
like Darth
even
Jar
May.
Jar.
Yeah, like Darth Jar Jar. I mean, even May would suspect him, and they knew each other.
But it depends on who you're trying to veil it from. Like, are you trying to veil it from the characters? Or are you trying to veil it from the audience? Because I feel like if they're trying to veil it from the audience, they're doing a very poor job. Like,
yeah, it's kind of obvious. Like,
yeah.
it almost seems like a red herring. Like, it's almost too obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm buzzing in for Camry, but I know his name's not Camry. I don't know. I thought it was Kimry.
Chimera.
I know.
It's
But
close.
what was I saying off camera? I think I was saying like
Camry.
No,
It was something
Kimry.
close to Camry.
Kimry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Or like
I think it's Chimera. I mean, it could be also. And you think Plagueis is out of the question now?
For that guy, yes. But I mean, if he has a master, which I would think he does, then I think it could still be Plagueis.
Do you think Plagueis? So where did we talk about? There's Venomous. Is that right?
Yeah, that was Tenebrous' other apprentice while he
That's
had
right.
Plagueis.
So do you think Plagueis? I don't know if this is in the books or not. Do you think Plagueis could be training up Chimera or whoever this is to overthrow his master or Venomous? I mean, like, do you think he could be plotting?
I feel like it would be cool if Tenebrous was the master. Plagueis is like super young, and then this guy's Venomous. I feel like it'd be really cool because then you see Venomous die. Which how does Venomous die in the book?
They duel for Dark Lord of the Sith.
Never mind. Guess that
And
can't really
Plagueis
happen.
kills him.
I feel
They
like
didn't
this-
know about each other.
Yeah, I feel like maybe this could be like someone Plagueis is trying to bring along with him to overthrow either one of them. I don't know. I just hope. I don't. At this point, this character is so cool. If we don't see Plagueis, I think I might be satisfied as long as they don't just retcon him.
They have to allude to something bigger.
At this point, I'm just to the. I'm of the opinion that Plagueis and Tenebrous and Venomous might not be in it at all, which I'm okay with because this guy seems bad to the bone. He seems really cool. One thing I wish we would have been able to see, which I guess it would have taken away from the reveal at the end, but I wish we could have seen Kelnaka and him fight.
Yeah.
But it didn't look like much of a fight, to be honest.
Yeah. So. And honestly, Kelnaka, I feel like that'll be a flashback too because that was kind of sus why he was like researching the mark.
Yes, he had the mark all over his walls.
So maybe that's what next episode could be is like it is a flashback to see that Kelnaka is the one that was kind of like maybe mind controlled May or kind of like set the whole thing up.
Yeah.
Because why would he still be researching that? And how would he know like what it all is? Maybe he was trying to figure out what the sign meant. I don't know.
And I'm glad you bring that up because May, for the first 20 minutes or so of the episode, wouldn't y'all agree, was, normal May. But then once she hung up Chimere, she seemed way off. Like something had been released in her. Like she had been mind controlled before. Like when the fire happened on Brindog, like somebody had controlled her mind, and then she had been under that control all this time, and then just was like let go of it.
Dude, maybe
because before that she absolutely hated the Jedi. She called them scum, and said that she couldn't believe Osha was associated with them.
Dude, because Chimere went off before, right? Like to go get water.
Yeah. Maybe
that's when he killed Kelnaka, and that released May at that moment.
Could have.
And that's why she wasn't mind controlled and
it was like right after he left, but it was like right after he left though that she hung the rope to trap him. So that would have been, unless he like just did it instantly. Like
yeah, I mean it could have been a time skip. I feel like we'll see what happened with episode 3 and this episode. There's got to be flashbacks or something.
It just didn't. The voice and everything just did not seem like May.
I legit thought it was Osha for a minute.
Yeah. We all did. We all wondered if it was her, like, playing a trick, and then you go back to the Jedi and Osha's with him. It's like, no, it's not Osha.
There's a lot going on, man. Like, Kelnaka's sus. Chimere's definitely sus. I mean, I think he's the Sith at this point. And even May. Like, what was going on with her?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of... I can see what you're saying, but also I think she just had a realization that, like... Because she was talking about how she had to kill somebody without a weapon.
And she said she couldn't do it.
Yeah, she said she couldn't do it. So then she was like, I mean... And then once she realized that Osha was alive, she was like, I mean, I was on this path of vengeance to get revenge on the people I thought killed Osha, but Osha's alive, so now I realize those people aren't bad.
Yeah.
So, like...
It makes sense, but it just seemed like it happened too quick.
But also at the same time, we don't really know what happened on Brindog with the Jedi and the witches. Like, they could have been... the reason the fire started and all the witches were dead. Torben had a scar. Yeah. Torben seemed to be very
apologetic.
Yeah.
We see in like teasers or whatever that Kelnaka and Torben fight. Like it's most likely that Kelnaka gives Torben that scar.
Yes. Yeah.
So that could play into the theory that Kelnaka is sus and Torben finds out. But why would
which would make sense why he was exiled, like,
and no one could find him. Mm-hmm. Like he didn't contact back or anything else.
Maybe we had it backwards. Maybe we thought Torben was the reason, because that was the one thing I couldn't connect. In thinking about it, that like, in Indara and Torben, like I don't know, they stayed in the order, but why did Kelnaka leave?
What if Torben, when they mind controlled him, what if he found out about Kelnaka, his involvement?
Yeah.
But that was before that all happened, though.
Yeah, but what if Kelnaka... I'm saying
but he was
Kelnaka
already in cahoots with
if Kelnaka's been in cahoots because they were stationed there.
Yeah. Why wouldn't he have said anything? I don't know. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, he will have said it, but we haven't seen it yet. Mm-hmm. Like, all to build the intrigue. I think that Torben may find out that Kelnaka was up to something because we see them fight.
Yeah.
And that's...
Well, and in the footage, isn't it Kelnaka kind of attacking Torben? Yeah. Okay.
Like, maybe... I'm thinking... I just have the feeling that Torben, when they were in his head, he saw them, and he saw like that Kelnaka was in cahoots with them, and then he confronts Kelnaka, and that's when they fight.
Yeah.
Did they fight on Brindog before? Like, does it look like when it's young Torben?
It was when it was all going down.
Yeah. On
it was young Torben
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Padawan. Yeah, that's how he got the scar at the end of the third episode.
Yeah,
You
because
can
he
see
didn't
the back
have
of
it
the
to
scar.
begin with
Yeah.
until after the explosion and all that. And then he had the scar.
Did we see what happened on the ship? Where was Kelnaka on the ship? I don't know.
At the end of episode 3.
Yeah,
No, he
there,
wasn't
right?
on. No, I don't think he was he? When
I don't
Soul was
remember.
talking to
I don't remember seeing him.
Osha.
Yeah, because
It
we
was
seen-
Endara and Torben in the background, I think. So, yeah, I mean, Kelnaka is kind of sus.
But
Yeah.
what's the motivation for the Sith killing him?
Maybe they're not. Maybe the
Tying
Sith.
up loose ends. I mean,
I don't know. Or the Sith had nothing to do with the witches at all. He's just trying to train May
that's true.
to overthrow his master. So
I don't
I
know.
don't know. There's so much. I mean, I'm.
it could go a
It's
lot of
interesting,
different
man.
ways. Yeah.
It is really interesting. That's what I'm saying. I feel like the show has done intrigue pretty well. I feel
Definitely.
pretty intrigued.
Yeah, I think
Can
it
we-
definitely is.
Can we also talk about him levitating?
That was cold.
That just gave me chills when you said that because I
Dude,
imagined
like it
it
was like horror like. You
Oh,
just
yeah.
see him levitating behind Osha, and Soul turns around before anybody else does. Like he
Yeah.
senses it.
That scene right there, man. That was awesome.
Yeah.
You know who he is? Lil Yachty. That's who he is.
Okay, back to the right.
Back to the rapper.
It's the grills, man. Like,
Dude, it's like it's actually a little boat up under the mask. man.
yeah. Lil Yachty. But I don't know. I think that was cold for sure. I might be the coldest Sith intrigue. You know, actually, hear me out. I think it's Palpatine. Somehow Palpatine returned before he was born.
Somehow Palpatine. We just see Poe
Somehow
Dameron.
Palpatine was born early.
But and then Poe Dameron is a Force ghost, and he's like, somehow Palpatine returned.
It couldn't be Palpatine though, right? I'm trying to think.
No,
timeline-wise. I
he
think
would have been too old.
I don't think he's. Yeah, I don't think he's been born yet though.
No, not even close. If this takes
Because I
place
mean,
100
it looks like a human,
Yeah.
probably as far as the
Human-like,
anatomy
yeah.
goes. Yeah,
Dude, did you see Plo Koon at the end?
Yeah, we haven't
Well,
even talked about that. It could
and
be-
Kiadamundi.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But we saw.
No,
both
but I'm
races.
saying, did you see him in the line? Plo Koon, Secret Sith Lord.
Imagine, dude.
No,
he-
I did see him at the end. When I
Okay,
saw,
all right.
Yeah, I saw him too. But imagine, dude, he's the one that orchestrated it all. He was behind Palpatine.
So we did see Kiadamundi, and we did see.
Well, not actually Kiadamundi, but his race.
Are you sure?
I'm
It
pretty
could
sure
have
it
actually
was
been
him.
a younger version. We don't know how long they live.
We don't, but technically that could be Plo Koon. I'm pretty sure. I think they
I
were
have a
one.
feeling that was Plo Koon.
I have a feeling that was Kiadamundi. Because he was talking about, I mean, like, they talk about the High Council. Like, of course he wouldn't have been on the High Council at that point.
Yeah, that was also cool how they were basically saying the High Council plays politics. So, which, you know, mirrors
Well,
the prequels.
they had to, because the
Yeah.
Senate, it's like checks and balances. So
Yeah, I
the
know,
Senate
but
keeps
I'm
them
just
in
saying
It was cool to hear about that.
Yeah,
and
it like
see that.
mirrors the prequels.
Yeah, it
but they
literally
get
felt
too
just like it.
they get too involved in politics is the issue.
Mm.
So
Yeah, it was cool to see Coruscant again. I mean, like you said, the world building was cool. I mean, even this planet, what was it called?
Kofar.
Yeah, it was even cool to see like the world building there and the forest and the centipede flying the moth things.
Looked like a roly poly to me while I was on that tree. Dude.
I kind of wish it, I mean, I just wish it would be longer, the episode. But, like,
yeah,
Yeah.
thanks.
I'm
What was that called?
excited
An
for 5.
Embaramar?
Umbaramar.
Umbramoth or something.
It's hard to say,
I think it's
dude.
Umbramoth.
Umbramoth.
Yeah, that's what closed captions said.
Can we also? One thing I noticed when the Sith was levitating down to the ground, he reminded me of what are those beings called? They're basically Star Wars gods. I can't remember what they're called right now off the top of my head. But in season 6 of Clone Wars, where Yoda goes,
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
the Wills of the Force.
yes, that's what it is. The Wills. That's what it reminded me of when I saw him, like with his cloak and everything. It was but it was creepy.
Yeah, I mean, do you think anyone dies of the group, like of the like Yord?
No, there's no way there's no way that all of them make it unscathed.
Plo
Like,
Koon.
somebody has to know. Well, that would retcon the pickles.
So Plo Koon survives. Soul surely survives. I would like to see Soul fight him, dude. I mean, Soul, we know he can cook a little bit, but the Sith, I feel like was still cooking. But I think it'd be cool to see them fight.
And just think about this. This is probably the apprentice. This probably isn't even the master,
And he's still gonna kill like 10 Jedi.
which is insane to think about.
It just makes me wonder how they're going to get out of there. There's no way they get, like...
Someone's gonna sacrifice themselves, like maybe even May.
Yeah,
That'd be wild.
I just don't know that I'll stop them, dude. I mean, like...
Yeah, they're gonna have to. They're screwed.
Yeah.
There ain't no way May lives Well, I mean, he's going to want to kill her now after everything she went through in this episode. But I don't know. She seemed mind controlled. I don't know. It was confusing.
Mm-hmm.
There's still. I feel like next episode is going to have some flashbacks and it's going to reveal some things.
My only rebuttal against the mind control thing is like every time we've seen mind control in Star Wars, it's like they knew they were being mind controlled because they get released and they're like, well, what am I doing here? Like that kind of thing.
I think.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, that's true. But I think like what convinced me about May is that also she turned so quick when she set the whole place on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so maybe she's just been mind controlled since she was a child and just didn't even she's been in it so long.
Yeah.
The fire's really what that just seemed off, that the way she was just going to kill her sister that fast.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean I don't know. There's a lot to think about, but that's cool because we haven't really had Star Wars has been pretty straightforward recently.
Yeah,
so.
and we still don't know how she survived. Maybe the Sith was there. Maybe someone was there. Maybe Kelnaka wasn't on the ship, and he. No, that wouldn't make sense. Maybe the Sith was there. I don't know. I don't know.
Wait,
Because he
I'm
just
thinking
woke up
there
by
was
the
something
tree.
that happened. Remember, was it what's her face? Osha, was it her that walked up to Kelnaka while he was working on something?
Yes.
In episode 3?
Yeah.
That felt weird too.
Yeah, now that you mention it,
when you look back on it, why did she just randomly walk up to him?
he's sus, man.
Yeah, he is.
Well, I mean, he is a big, hairy Wookiee.
I mean, they're setting him up for something.
Yeah,
And he also had a shaved head.
Yeah, he was a beast. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he was plotting the whole time.
Yeah, I don't know.
He was actually the master, the Sith master.
He's up to something, man. I don't know.
So they did confirm that he was exiled. I just know that he said he was away for a year. I heard that, but I didn't know if they said he was.
I
exiled.
think he kind of exiled himself.
That's kind of what it feels like to me. I feel like he kind of left intentionally. Maybe because.
Because I think the character cards for the show basically described him as a recluse.
Yeah.
So it didn't necessarily say he was exiled or that he left. He was just kind of a recluse, but I didn't know if they confirmed that.
And maybe we're reading it wrong, and he was just researching the mark to for good purposes.
Yeah, make things right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
Well, he was also the one that noticed May, right? May, remember in the last episode, the kids were hiding in between all of the adults, and he was the one who noticed.
I think so. Yeah.
So maybe that haunts his mind or something like that. I think it was him.
I think he looked at her, and then Indara note said you can come out or something.
Yeah, because he spoke and she understood his language.
Okay.
I that to me is interesting too.
There's so much potential for next episode to go back and explain things in such a cool way.
Yeah.
And be like, oh.
I'd be okay if they didn't. Well, no, I don't know if it'd be cheap, or not cheap, but I don't know if it would be a missed opportunity if they waited a couple episodes. But I know we'll definitely get the flashback for what happened on Bringdock fully. Probably, because that's what Saul said. As soon as we get back to the ship with May, I'll explain everything. So he kind of told us when that's going to happen.
That's true, yeah. It'll probably... Yeah, that's true.
Who's to say also that Kelnaka wasn't mind controlled by the witches?
That's true. They could have been...
I mean, he attacked Torben.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he could have been mind controlled. You would think he would be stronger than that, but...
I mean,
there's so much going on, man.
Yeah.
Torben got cooked pretty easily by
Yeah, but he
witches.
was a Padawan.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But, I don't know, there's a lot. I'm actually really intrigued. I'm ready for next week. So
I am too, yeah.
Next Tuesday.
I can't believe they left us off like that, dude.
That was a good cliffhanger. And also, frustrating.
We knew it was coming. Yeah, we called it.
But let us know what you guys think. Who do you think is the Sith? Do you think Kelnaka is sus?
Chimere?
Camry.
Camry.
Who do you think who do you think the Sith looks like? Lil Yachty, Travis Scott, maybe 21 Savage, maybe some I don't know, Lil Uzi Vert. I don't listen to any of these people, but I just know their names. Anyway, let us know what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.